But guys with red hair do. You've never heard of a red hair guy, and people are like, that guy has got the biggest.
Like this.
Have you?
That means Canelo Alvarez never takes the underwear off at the weigh-in.
Exactly.
Let's just get back in the sauna real quick. Get this last half pound off.
Let me get this blood going. You know what I mean? I got to make it loosen this thing up.
You tell us when you're ready, Chin.
We're good.
We're good? Let's do this, man. Gary Owen,
What's up?
the legend.
What's
Dude,
up?
you've
What's
been
going
you've been podcasting like a maniac next door here.
I know, right?
Just slow down, man.
I know. Well, I don't live here, so I got to do like
Crank
2
them
or
out.
3.
Where do you live?
Northern California, up in the Bay Area.
You want to see him on the gram, the new house? Like, goddamn, Gary. Flexing.
Yeah. Well,
Flexing a little bit.
COVID. Jesus. Back on the road. Got to pay for the house, man.
Yeah. Are you back on the road? Mm-hmm. How long you been back on?
I went back. It's spot June. I started to go back, and then like they'll cancel on like I remember Phoenix. I was supposed to be there. They canceled on Tuesday. My first show was Thursday.
Stand up live?
Yeah. So they canceled quick on that. That's got rescheduled. But I've been back.
You've
Yeah.
been one of the comics who've been, I mean, there's a few, I don't want to say there's a handful of comics, actually a lot of comics who are touring through the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
You can catch it if you can catch it in the air. It's kind of like you can catch it anywhere.
Yeah.
This is like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how this ends.
COVID, Dr. Seuss.
You can catch it in the air. I didn't realize that. I rhymed.
Yeah,
that was
it's
sick,
so
man.
natural. It's such a natural flow. I had no idea. Now, Gary,
You catching
Fighter the Kid. It's
Catch
something
it anyway.
I did.
do you remember, man, when starting out in LA, you and I started out in a lot of the same joints.
Who's been in the game longer?
I think maybe Gary, but it's around the same time.
Late 90s, right?
Yeah, and so what room? Because when I first started in LA, I couldn't get on stage at the store and so I was doing like Rudy Moreno's rooms.
Oh yeah, the Commerce Casino.
Oh yeah, and down in El Chico, I did a room in El Chico for this dude who tried to pay me in hookers. He was like, "Tell me which one you want." I'm like, "I actually just need gas money, motherfucker."
Wow, dude.
Like,
Actually pretty hungry, man.
But some onion rings, dude.
what rooms did you start out in LA? Like, where did you?
All the black ones.
Me too. Did you do
Comedy Act
Ensis?
Theater.
Did you do the Comedy Union and
That
stuff
came
like that?
a little bit after.
Yep.
Comedy Union wasn't around when I started. It was the Comedy Act Theater on like Friday. Then there was Mavericks Flat
Yeah.
on Saturday, and Monday night was the Laugh Factory. Monday night was the Improv. Sunday night was the Laugh Factory, and then Tuesday was Fat Tuesdays.
And those are black nights?
Black nights. I tried. I did what you're supposed to do. I did the whole stand in line for 3 hours for the open mic to try to be a paid regular, and I did it like 2-3 times, and I finally got on. And I've told this story before, but Mitzi, the night I showcased to be a paid regular, there was 5 of us. It was 4 girls and me, and I went last. And when I went on stage, you only got 5 minutes. I looked in the back of the room, and Mitzi's holding court with the 4 girls. Like she didn't watch me. And then I called like the manager, like, "Hey, did I make it or not?" "No." And I went, "She didn't even see me."
She didn't see my shit. But Brian's talked about that because when he went on, I guess that happened to a lot of people. And when Brian went on, I forget who it was, but they sat next to Mitzi and was like, "Please watch him." And she was like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
and then watched him. But I guess she did it all the time.
If
You
the
were on stage
person
not
who
paying
went
attention.
on before you did well, you were fucked because she was going to talk to them about being a regular or being a door person. So if the person bombed in front of you, she
That was a good
still,
sign.
She was still, or
So
like
did they pass all 4 of those girls or what?
I don't know. I just know I didn't make it, and I know when I called to say that when they said you didn't get on, I was just like, I'll never go up at this fucking place. That's what I said to myself.
It was kind of good for you though. Like Seinfeld talks about it, not getting passed by Mitzi.
Yeah.
And he was like, at the time I hated her, but he was like, it gave me the chip on my shoulder that I needed. And that's what she said. She goes, "You need somebody like me to tell you you're not the best thing around here."
I didn't
And
hate
Jerry was
her.
like, "Cool.
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Listen, I
I'm becoming the
agree with
most
that.
successful comedian of all time."
When,
Yeah.
when she passed me, I thought, okay, this means I'm getting 1,000 sets a week, and I'm the, but she passed me and said, "Now it's time for you to work the door," because she passed me But by passing me and having me work the door, what she was telling me was,
You got work to do?
yeah, I want you to watch these people. I want you
Be
to
in the environment.
I want you to watch all of these greats.
Basically, in sports, you'd be a red shirt.
Yeah.
Like you're on the team, but you're gonna learn. You get the reps in when you can.
If you're a quarterback, you may not be ready to step right in. You may sit on the bench and
Red
watch
shirt.
them play a little bit. Yeah.
Learn
And
the offense.
I will tell you though, starting out for me in the black rooms and the Hispanic rooms was the best thing that ever happened to me, because they those crowds would laugh at anything, but they're also going to tell you right up front whether you're funny or not.
And there's no skeletons in the room.
Yeah.
Because in the history of stand-up, when you see people, we'll see videos of people getting mad or they'll walk out or get offended. You ain't never seen a black person get up because they're offended at a comedy show.
Yeah.
They might heckle and get kicked out because they're drunk.
Yep.
But I ain't ever seen a black man or black woman get up and be like, that joke offended me.
Take offense.
It's
to it.
really
Ever. There's no skeleton.
Those were without a doubt the all black rooms were because you literally could say, is it funny? Does it make sense? Are you not being an asshole?
Yeah.
They're gonna laugh.
Well,
if it's funny.
Even like with the black, when Fat Tuesday, especially on Tuesday night, when
That
Guy
was
Torrey
a
had it.
bananas show
And with
every
crazy,
Tuesday.
nobody knew I ran it for 2 years.
You
Oh
did?
damn, you did?
Nobody knew.
What years was it?
2002 to 2004.
Tell me the type of people, so people who are listening know the lineups you were getting at Fat Tuesday during
Oh,
this time.
you'd get Cat before he was Cat. Like he was Cat in the Hat. He had the one tooth, but everybody knew
Monster.
you didn't want to see him on the list. You're like,
No.
I don't want to go after that dude.
No.
Because he had a closer where he played this Biggie song, and he goes, "You ever have your car break down?" And the way he could just act it out, you felt like he was on the highway and his car was broke down. And he lifted up and you're flicking people off, and black people just get in their car and they go back to pumping Biggie like the car never broke down.
Yeah.
The way he told it was so perfect. That was his closer for like 2 years, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't want to follow that," because the crowd would be in hysterics. But we get Cat, Epps. It's not unusual for Eddie to be in the audience. Eddie Murphy.
Fuck's sake.
It was the spot to be in.
Without a doubt. Everybody
and you would
wanted
do
a
it
spot
at
on
the
that.
Improv?
No,
No, at the
store.
Comedy
At
Store
the, oh,
in
you
the
did
main
it at
room.
the store in the main room. On
That's why I
Tuesdays.
said I will never go up. Nobody even knew. Like I was running the main room on Tuesdays because what I did, Guy Torrey had it, and Guy was getting busy. I'm about to let it go. I said, "You can't let that go, Guy." I go, "There's too many comedians that got their break in that room."
Correct.
And I was like, "Gotta keep it going." I said, "Let me and my wife take it over." I go, "I'm not changing shit." It was still Guy Torrey's Fat Tuesday. Security was the same. Door people was the same. I didn't change nothing. We were just paying people, the door guys, and we were getting the door. It wasn't a lot of money. Probably grossing $300-400 every Tuesday.
But to
after
be
you pay
down there at that time, Fat Tuesday was the big. Maybe besides Dublin, had a moment there too where you could not. Dublin was a place on Sunset, basically where Dane really.
I got a great story about Dublin.
Dude, and by the way,
hear it.
Dublin
That's where
was.
Dane got his start when he came out to LA?
It was Dane's night.
I thought it was the factory.
It was Dane's night though. Like when you
Tuesdays. It was when Fat Tuesdays kind of went away. Dublin's took over.
and that was Dane's spot?
Oh my God! But it was
He was a monster.
also that place. If you did not get that crowd in the first minute, it was gonna be a rough set for you.
Really?
Oh my fucking God! Because they were young, chatty white people.
Yeah.
And so they're and there was a lot of attitude. And if you didn't get them up front, they were just turning to each other and fucking talking.
What do you got about Dublin?
So I heard about it, so I went up there, and so I went up. The first week I did it, I went up right before Dane, and I think somebody made a phone call. I don't know if it was Bobby Lee or something, and they was like, "Get Gary on." He vouched for me, so I went up right before Dane, and I did good. And then Dane went up, and that's when it hit me. I go, "Oh, this is the guy they're here to see," because this is before Dane really popped.
Yeah.
Right. Then I came. They said, "Hey, come. You want to come back next week?" I go, "Yeah." So I come back next week, and literally, I'm supposed to go up right before Dane again. And at the last second, Dane's got a ghost where he's gonna go up. You're gonna go up after him. So I don't know this is Dane's room. So in my mind, I'm like, great. When that motherfucker said goodnight, it was like it was starting to leave, and I went, I still gotta. And here's what's funny. So when I say they're paying no attention to me, it was like Dane said goodnight, and I think the bartender rang the bell like it's time to party, right? So I'm up there, nobody's paying attention to me, and I'm going. But I had like this one table. It was like 4 dudes. They're dying. They're like still at the comedy club. And I'm like, and I go, well, I would say thank you, but I don't think anybody heard me tonight. And the one guy goes, literally, this guy goes, at the he goes, don't give up, dude. You're fucking funny. Don't give up. I was like, what? Like, I'm already a headliner stuff, but his shit was, don't give up, bro. You're good.
Yeah, dude.
All my jokes was at Eastport News. Like, I didn't give a fuck about the bar.
What the fuck?
Nobody heard me.
No, that place, they were there to see him, and like they were almost aggressively anti whoever else was. If you got them, you got them, but they were not gonna give you any.
I know a lot of people have their issues with Dane because there's so much history there. I don't know where you guys sit with Dane, but he's always, for whatever reason, he's always been great to me. Mm-hmm. I've had to follow him. He's always been phenomenal to me. And then, you know, I know him because he was so big when I was like in college and high school. He was like the Kevin Hart of now, right? Mm-hmm. He was so fucking big. But what people don't like, there's all this hate on Dane. But when you see Dane, you know, Dane has some skills, man. And I've seen Dane fucking destroy rooms at the Comedy Store. Hecklers, and do 30 minutes on just the crowd and wreck the room, dude.
The best,
but you forget how long he's been doing it.
Another funny story about Dane. Not to cut you off, but I just did.
Yeah, go.
Sorry. He was getting ready to host SNL.
Jesus.
So I was at Caroline's that weekend. Now, my audience is black. Yeah. I don't think his manager knew coming in. So they literally called me. They go, hey, you mind if Dane goes up for 5? He's working on his monologue for SNL Thursday and Friday. And I go, yeah, I don't care. So he came Thursday, and it was all black. So his monologue for SNL, it wasn't his act. He's working on his monologue. It just wasn't going over. He didn't come back Friday.
You know what? I don't blame him. I don't either.
Oh, let's go to the cellar. Let's try another room.
Let's try another room. Yeah. Let's go to Gotham.
They was looking at him like this. And all of a sudden, they announced me like this. I looked at Dan, was looking at Dan like, Dublin's.
Yeah,
Dublin's, dude.
It's just
Gotcha.
Denarius.
Gotcha.
DeMarcus.
I did Fat Tuesday one time, right? I did Fat Tuesday one time, and as I'm walking on stage, and this was early 2000s, so I didn't start to look like I was a grown up until probably 2010. So I was clean shaven, and I walk on stage, and before I can get to the mic, all I hear from the crowd is, "You better be funny, Bobby Brady." And I was like, oh, okay, here we go. This is not gonna be.
But if you're you,
yes, that's it.
Yeah,
they ride with it. I remember I did they call it Chocolate Sundays at the Laugh Factory.
Like, yeah, that's Sunday. That's
so I did Chocolate Sundays on. I didn't know it was a chocolate Sunday night. They offered me a spot. I'm like, fuck yeah. So I'm all excited to drive down there. I'm like, got a little dark crowd. That's cool, man. Whatever. And so I'm upstairs in the green room, and there's only one other white dude. The rest are all black comics, and whatever. I'm like, oh, this is cool, man. And the other white dude, he's Australian, and he just got off his flight from Australia. New comic, but knew the booker. And he's telling me, he's like, yeah, you know, this is my big break and doing all this. And I'm like, how long you been doing comedy? He's like, about 7 years, mate, in Australia. I'm like, oh, cool, man. So they put him on before. So it went the two white guys and the rest of the black comics. And so he goes, like, there's an MC who's crushing it. They bring the Australian up, and he does the most racist set I've ever seen. He's pretending he's a black girl, and he's like, y'all know how black. I mean, he does like this weird, like, American urban slang voice. Oh my! It went over so bad. And I'm in the back like, fuck, dude, fuck. So he eats all the dicks, and it was so off-putting. Everything. They bring me up in the crowd, like, nah, man. It was a nightmare.
What was that story?
A nightmare.
What was that story? And maybe I'm gonna get this wrong. There's a good chance I am because I smoked a lot of weed. My memory's terrible. But didn't Stanhope have a rough night at the Improv when they were I think he was like, I'm gonna work in the N-word.
Don't do that.
No, I know. But you know how edgy. Like I think it was Stanhope, and I'm sure I'll get corrected. But it was back when that started, or Monday nights. When was the Improv?
Monday night was Improv.
So Monday nights, and I think because Doug likes to push the envelope, and I think it was.
I remember this story. I wasn't there, but I remember hearing that.
And
he put the N-word in his set.
He was really, man. He's always tried to push the envelope and make it okay because of who he is. And by the way, I respect the fuck out of Doug and his stand up.
Oh, he's one of the greats.
Some of the things he says, I'm like, how do you get away with saying that and have it still be the funniest thing I've ever heard?
It's well written, everything.
It's that, but I remember that night, and I forgot. I didn't know if you were there that night, but
Did they burn the stage down?
I think he had to be walked out.
What I heard about it, they were just so shocked.
Yeah,
They were like, "What the?" It was bubbling.
Yeah.
It was almost like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
And
And everybody looked around
but
like,
he kept doubling down.
He doubled down. He sat it and doubled down.
I think he doubled down. I'm so
He
glad.
goes, don't do that.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
no,
Don't do that.
No, it's
like I saw looking at the book, I saw Sebastian kill up Fat Tuesday one night and just was Sebastian.
That's all you have to do.
And that's before he blew, and that's the night I went, that guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just went up there and was himself, and he kind of did what they did on Ray, because the room's lit, the room went dark, and the spotlight hit him.
Yeah.
And it turned into his show, and I go, wow, that was fucking
He's a
smart,
monster.
man.
Yeah,
Do you do a lot of sets in NorCal still, or no? You took home with the family and then you're on the road doing sets, or
I'm there this weekend. They're doing outside shows at Tommy T's. They fence off the parking. Like, I had to get a video of it first. I don't know what this is about, but it looks cool. They fence off the parking lot, and everybody's gonna have the silent disco headphones on, so nobody can hear me except the people in the audience. You're
It's
not gonna
kind
be
of dope.
disturbing the
I like
public.
that.
like that
I
a
like
lot.
that better than drive-ins.
I like that a lot. It
Well, I
makes
saw
it
the
really
video
personal.
of it, and I DM'd some people that went. I went to Instagram and followed Tommy T's and went to the location, and then I saw people, so I would start DMing them. First, they'd be like, "This ain't you." I was like, "No, I'm supposed to come next week. How was it? Like anything?"
Yeah.
And they go, "Everybody said they loved it because one, you're not getting interrupted, so you can hear everything perfect." And they
I like that more than
they're
the drive-in.
outside. They said
Yeah.
it's a different
It
vibe.
makes more sense to me than the drive-in.
Yeah, because the drive-in, look, you're mixing with all the other ambient noises, so it's harder to really focus
You're
in on
distracted.
what
In
the
a car?
comment. Yeah,
You're in a
honking?
car and you're honking. The other thing with
bad.
drive-in too, just from a business aspect, is it's expensive. So
what to put it on the show?
to put on the whole squad to do it's expensive.
Huh?
But they're ready to go.
Like the
one thing
X's
I
and O's
told
are a
you,
little dicey.
They're ready to go out in California because we started at 4. I'm at 10 shows now, and we keep adding. I'm into Monday because
Get
the
the
weekend's
fuck
gone, and it's selling out like in an hour.
And how many people are?
170 is the cap.
And that's
to make it
that's
fit.
Oakland, right? Yeah.
It's Pleasanton,
Yeah.
Tommy T's. But they're just, I go, that just tells you California's ready. They're ready to go out.
Oh,
Everybody
dude.
is.
They're just ready.
Our,
people are
yeah,
ready.
our government's not, but the rest of the people are ready to go.
I didn't realize this. My agent called me, and I was like, dude, why am I on this run of clubs that keep getting canceled at the last minute?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hotbeds.
He goes, I'm just going to keep you in the red states. I guess the states with Republican governors,
Correct.
those comedy clubs are open.
Correct.
The Democratic ones are closed. I'm like, oh.
It's all political
maybe
now.
It's all political.
Yeah, we just want to make a living,
Right.
like, and people just want to go out and have a good
Also,
time.
but let the clubs, like, you got to realize how many people's jobs are on the line. They got to feed their families too.
Yeah.
So there's that. It's also like, let the people make their decision. If they want to go out there and enjoy a comedy show, let them decide.
I have a question for you though, and I don't know this because I'm not smart enough. But is the reason that some businesses aren't opening or insisting on face masks or whatever it is? I'm assuming there's got to be some sort of insurance issue, right? Because if I get sick wherever I am and I die,
How are you going to prove that? You could have got it anywhere.
but the trace, like
Entertainment's for like movie sets and stuff like that, that insurance is through
Right.
the roof. But I think with outdoor events and like the
Yeah, I have no
the clubs
idea.
and stuff, you sign a waiver. Because when I did Wise Guys in Salt Lake, like they were so professional about it, and they had to sign a waiver going like, if you do get something here wherever, like we're not responsible for it. And no fans were like, no, that's ridiculous. Like,
Right.
most
Yeah.
were like, yeah, no shit, dude.
The clubs are being good. I mean, it's just like.
Some
they're
are,
sanitized.
some I'm like, oh, dude, there's.
Yeah, I did one in Atlanta. I was like this. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
won't
was-
say where I did, but I was like, oh, we're definitely all getting COVID. And we all did.
Yeah.
And we all did.
Oh, really?
And I'm sure people can figure it out. Literally, we all did.
We're definitely all getting it.
yeah, and
I knew, man. And I don't care about the COVID shit. I was like, whatever. If I get it, I get it. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, we all getting it, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because that bitch was I was like, this ain't good, man.
yo, yesterday I was out getting a coffee, right?
Yeah.
And I was at Whole Foods getting a coffee because I was also shopping. And so when I come back, this dude is waiting for his coffee, but he's got his hands on the top of my lid.
Oh man.
So you know what I'm
Even without COVID, don't touch my fucking coffee.
That's what I said to him. I go, hey man, what? Why is your hand on the mouth hole? You know what I mean? Like what?
Why'd you say it like that? Hey man.
That's what I do. That's just my thing. That's always my thing. Like
it might be his way to pick up dudes.
Hey,
might be his way to pick up dudes.
I add like 6 A's in there all the time. Hey man,
I'm a lenient dude, but hey man.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you something. The more weed I smoke, the more A's I add into man. Hey man.
It's funny as comedians, like we'll hear a joke and not laugh hard, but just a couple words, the way somebody says it, I'll just be fucking dying. Like right there, hey man.
Because you almost have to surprise us. Do you know what I mean? If you're telling me a joke,
well, we process everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking about your joke. Yeah, absolutely. But this dude, hand on the mouth hole, and I go, hey man,
hey man.
I go, hand on the mouth hole. Don't touch my mouth hole,
so
dude.
Aggressive.
I said, why are you touching? I go, why are you touching the mouth hole? Why is that you? I go, that's my coffee. And he goes, oh, sorry, man. He goes, you believe this COVID stuff? And I said the same thing. I go, hey, man, even no COVID. I don't want your hand fingering my mouth.
COVID or no COVID?
Yeah, get your hand. I don't know.
Trying to change it.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, one A on that one.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Yeah, but like, I don't, am I wrong on that? Like,
no, hell no.
Why are you
touching
you don't touch
anybody's food, period.
Never.
COVID, no
Nothing.
COVID.
Don't do that.
You don't lean on my.
Never.
And he was like, if you're gonna be, I forget the word he said.
Was he an older dude?
He was probably 28.
Oh, I figured older dude. Most old people don't give a fuck.
28, a bigger guy, tight tank top, just leaning on my coffee. So I was trying to go, hey man, because he was a large motherfucker anyway. So I didn't want to get too aggressive.
Hey man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what like obviously I got COVID, but as far as like big name comics, DL Hughley was probably the other one who got There's not.
Kevin said he had it. Kevin Hart said he had it.
But he was smart about it. That's where I fucked up. I was like, hey, y'all got COVID. Hey.
Yeah, he waited.
All, fuck you. He got it, and then like months went by. He's like, "Yep, I had it, but I didn't want to tell everybody."
I mean,
now, let me ask you guys.
Michael Yo was like on a breathalyzer, right? Like he was a ventilator. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he got real.
He was
sick.
yeah. He was exhausted. And
Yeah.
like I think some other shit was going on there.
He got.
It was funny. My agent called me,
Alyssa Malone.
and did you guys? He said, "Are comics calling you, guilting you for going back on the road?" I guess some comics are making you feel guilty.
Just low level like bitch comics.
Oh, because I told my agent, I go, no, I'm a black comic. I'm sure all the comics were white. That got called, and he literally looked it up. He goes, "Holy shit, it is! It's all white people. It's all the white people." I go, "No, we don't do that in the black world. The black comics call you and be like, hey, how was it?
Yeah,
get your money, motherfucker."
Yeah. I can't imagine Corey Holcomb calling you.
No.
Go, by the way, to me, Corey might be the most underrated comic. He makes me laugh. Do you know Corey Holcomb at all?
I don't think so.
Yo, Corey Holcomb makes me laugh so goddamn.
He's just so inappropriate.
But,
yes, he is very inappropriate.
But I think back to comics complaining, like you won't find a lot of comic. Oh, he's hilarious. Yeah, I know who he is. At the Improv, I did a night.
He will say anything too.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
but there's not like a lot of the successful comics don't say shit. It's usually the ones who aren't gonna sell tickets anyway. Yeah, and they blame COVID. You know, it's dude. Before COVID, you weren't moving tickets either.
By the way, you should feel better. You only have to sell 170 tickets now, dude.
They can't even do those.
Go sell that.
But they can't do
out.
those.
Yeah. I like personally, and you do some theaters.
A lot of theaters.
You do theaters, right?
Mainly theaters besides COVID, right?
Yeah. Me and Epps was when the COVID hit. Me and Epps was on the road. We were doing the arenas. Me and Epps.
First of all,
not theaters, arenas.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Did you say theater?
But like my outside of the money, because the money's different. What's your what size is your favorite place?
And what room?
Good
question, John.
My favorite theater in the country is it used to be called the Verizon. Now it's just called the Theater in Grand Prairie, right outside of Dallas. Because I do New Year's Eve there every year. So it's just like it just started as they were done with music acts, and they were like, let's try a comedian one year. So like 4 years ago, we tried it, and we sold about 2,000 seats.
It seats about 2,000?
No, it seats 6,500.
I did that one with
now
Chelsea.
we're up to 30th and 31st. We do 2 nights now because it just kept growing, and now it's like it's got a life of its own.
Is it you and Abs, or it's your
Just
night?
me?
What
and then
size-
I bring whoever I want. Like,
What's your favorite size though? Like what is that like your ideal?
the energy in that room is so good. That's my favorite theater.
Okay.
By far.
Have you shot a special there?
The last special we did in San Antonio, at the Empire Theater, I think it was called, and then I shot one at the Atlanta Civic Center. I shot one at the Stardome in Birmingham. I shot one
That place.
in San Diego at Spreckles. I shot one at the San Jose Improv.
How many specials have you done?
Probably 12.
Gangster.
But I've done. I did three or four for BET back in the day when they were giving specials out. I did 3 or 4. I did 2 myself that I boxed and was selling the road DVDs. Then and now they finally got sold years later. And then
How many have you done for Showtime?
4,
Yeah.
4 or 5, 4 or 5. I did Bring Out the Park. I got my associates. I agree with myself.
Was
True
the
Story.
last one was on Showtime, right?
Doing What I Do? I did 5 for Showtime. So Doing What I Do was the last one coming, and I was getting ready to shoot my next one in March, and COVID hit.
Have you? Me too. I was supposed to shoot mine at the end of March. Have you ever, looking back? I'm curious about this, just for people who are so prolific, which you clearly are. Are there any of your specials out? Because there's 12 where you were like, man, I wish I had waited a year to put that one out.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Are there?
They're
Because you felt like you were a better comic a year later, or just that material wasn't.
Can I answer before you do? Yeah, I wish I waited another 5 minutes.
Hold on, like this. No, I thought
he
that,
goes-
and then I saw Brendan's, and I went, no, I'm
good. I'm straight.
He's like,
You should have named that special. I wish I had waited.
I would. Yeah. Just wait.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But were there any of yours?
there was one. One was Urban Legend, I called it, and I wish we did the San Jose Improv. I wish I would have waited, and I wish I would have just. But I was so like, I was like, I gotta get something else out there. I was like, I was sick of telling the jokes that I had been telling for a year and a half, and I go, I just want to put something out there, and everything just. I didn't like the way I looked. The sound went out. I didn't hire the right people because I did it myself to do it.
Yeah.
Should have spent a little more money and got someone that's done it instead of trying to save money on cameras and shit like that by hiring somebody else. It wasn't my favorite set.
What do you think of the day and age of, there's a lot of big comics just going straight to YouTube. We're like, I'm good on Netflix, I'm good on Showtime, no HBO.
Yeah.
If I want the maximum people to see it, I'm just going to put it on YouTube.
Well,
there's some big hitters now doing it.
I tell all comics now, especially, I was like, dude, most of the clubs have camera equipment. They can record you.
Yeah.
I go, now, I used to be like, I don't want to record it. I don't like watching myself, or I don't want them having the footage. Now I'm like, no, record everything, because if something happens that isn't in your act, you can throw it on YouTube, and if you're monetized, make some money. Like when I did Arlington, front row is a chick from Germany, and she was with this guy from Cincinnati, and they're in Arlington from Cincinnati. So I had a nice little back and forth with them for about 8 minutes, and we threw it on
good clip.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I was like
that's
this, and it's making money, and it's building your
that's
fan base
That's
too.
the Andrew Schultz approach, where he goes out and he'll
He brings his camera crew.
Every-
he has a
with him.
crew,
Yeah.
but he he's going to go out and do crowd work, and then the best parts he dices up, puts on YouTube, and that boy's moving.
I
have to
DM
tell
him
you-
all the time, tell him he inspires me.
I don't
Schultz, do
think.
you know him at all?
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
I did his and Charlemagne's podcast,
Brilliant
and then
Idiots?
I did his. Yeah, I did. We went to some restaurant.
Flagrant Foul?
Is that what it is? We went to some restaurant. and
Flagrant,
talked.
I think.
You mean the other podcast?
He does Flagrant, and then he does
It wasn't a
Brilliant
podcast.
Idiots.
It was just me and him talking.
Oh, about the inside a comedy basically thing?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
But it
remember
was
that.
it was cool. But
No, he's
I
brilliant.
met him. I DM'd him after I heard him on Rogan, and then I went, let me. I knew he had the podcast with Charlemagne, but I didn't really follow him. But then he started telling the story. Then I started looking him up, and I shot him a DM and just said, I said, dude, I go, I'm a sponge when I see people taking their own careers into their own hands and not relying on anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, dude, you got me motivated.
Dude, I'm
And
not. I'm
now
not.
every big network has tried, because he this isn't, I'm not saying anything that I don't think he said, but he was supposed to shoot his specials same time, I think March.
Out here.
Or April out here, sold
Yeah.
out like 6 theater shows, and everything got shut down. But that, for that special, you name any big network, they all came after him.
But I don't think, I got to tell you, I just from what happened with me when I put my special on YouTube and the way my page grew, I can't unless, and Netflix would be the only one, because Netflix really, to me, you can see Netflix equals tickets on the road.
I disagree.
There's no doubt.
I disagree.
But because if they don't bury you. Like if you're
it's tough not to get buried because you got to be careful because if they're going to release you and it's
with
Gary
somebody else,
and
yes.
Kevin Hart and these monsters, and Josh, you're like, fuck.
I don't think, and honestly, I was talking to my manager about this. He goes, "What are you going to do with that special?" And I said, honestly, I would obviously listen to Netflix, but I'm not sure I'll ever shoot a special again. I just might
clips?
release 20 new minutes of material every couple of months to keep my YouTube page is over 1 million subscribers. That is really what keeps my business going.
But what else? Yeah, for business part for sure. But as far like Netflix too, and they have these analytics. I've talked to them where a lot of people shut off. Name a comic, especially on Netflix. They shut the podcast off, or I'm sorry, the special off around 28 minutes. With it, Chappelle, Burr, Rogan, those big boys, and people come back to it. But that's why they go, you should probably put your clothes in the front now. Like Bert did that, Whitney did that. They do something to keep people's attention because those first 28 minutes don't matter who you are. Chappelle, Hart, all these guys, people are shut off after 28 minutes.
I can't imagine.
They're coming back, but those first 20. So really, because the attention span of people is insane these days.
But that's why maybe just release it a little bit at a time, and that's what I think.
I think it's funny. I'm not hating on him. Who's the dude? Black comic. He did it was high produced.
Mr. Pryor?
Heard of him?
Hannibal Buress. He
Yeah.
released his during the pandemic, and he had it ready to shoot, and he shot it in Miami, and it's a high production. That thing couldn't have been cheap if you watch his special. And that people wrote all these articles like, "Oh, so inspiring! See him take creative control and drop it here." I'm like, dude, Schultz has been doing this for a hot second.
But Mark Norman, Sam Morrell,
Sam Morrell, yeah,
they both release it. Like, we all
with
have been
Comedy
doing
Central
that.
though.
Yeah,
What Schultz did is a different animal. Like he changed the game for the better of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the beautiful thing though about where we are right now, and one of the reasons I feel okay moving out of LA, and you're out of LA, is that we're in control of our own business now. We don't necessarily need them, and I don't know a whole lot of people who are comics who are making their money because they live in Los Angeles.
No,
you know what I mean?
no,
right?
not at all.
Like not at all.
We're at a good stage to be a stand-up because when we were coming up in the late 90s, you were at the mercy of network execs and somebody saying, we're going to allow your material to be seen. Now, because we all knew those funny guys in LA that just couldn't sell tickets or couldn't get on the road like that because nobody was fucking with them really. Now with YouTube, you kind of control your own narrative.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it really is.
What is and early on, like I remember early on, I did whatever I had to do to make a little extra. Like I was on Univision. Joey Diaz called me one week and he was like, "Hey, dog, Univision, they're looking for comics." He goes, "Can you pretend to be half Hispanic?" And I
Was
go,
that K Locos?
Yeah, and I go, "Yeah." I can be half Hispanic. And he goes, "All right, you need to write 5 minutes of material about being half Jewish, half Cuban. Let's see it." So I went down. They didn't check me or anything. So I did 5 minutes about being half Jewish, half Cuban. And they were like, "You were great. Can you come back and do 5 more minutes?" I'm like, "No, I don't think so."
That's all. That's all the Latin material I got.
But I would do anything to get. I went on the Gong show, the new Gong. I remember going on the new Gong show, and they said, "Do you want to do your material?" And I didn't want to do my actual material and get gonged, so I pretended to be a character named David Peragamo, who was a combination of two open micers that I started with, Joe Peragamo and David Wright. And I would do one-liners, but I would do David's setup and Joe's punchlines. And so I got gonged in like 20 seconds, but I was creating.
Who gonged you?
The audience gongs you.
Oh, the audience.
Yeah. So I was creating characters just to get.
You also stripped in
stage time
college.
on stage.
You also stripped in college.
I also stripped in college. But did you?
I didn't know that.
Did you? Yeah, a couple times. Did you do
Whatever it
anything like whatever it takesy kind of stuff when you were coming up at all?
No,
Besides,
well, I was in the military.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I was in the Navy. I was on TV in active duty Navy. When I was on BET, Comic View, I took a week's leave, drove up to LA because they filmed the whole season in a week.
This is why my dad loves you. My dad was in the Navy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're a good man. That was, we taped It was 3 or 5 episodes. BET would take 3 or 5 episodes a day, Monday through Friday. So the whole season got filmed in a week. And so I just took a week's leave. And back then it was a contest. I kept winning my rounds. And then they said, okay, now you're going to get an hour special. So I came back like a month later, filmed my hour special. And keep in mind, I probably had 20 minutes. It was the slowest hour. Because I'd be like, I was walking the stage like,
Here we go.
When I say I waited until the last laugh died, it was silence and I get the next joke. I just remember that clock is right in front of you and I remember I go, how fucking long is 60 minutes?
Who else were in those competitions? Anybody we would recognize that you competed against?
That year, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I don't know who I competed against, but when I became the host the next year, Mike Epps was on, D-Ray was on, Joe Coy was on.
Hell yeah.
I want to say Kat was on, but I'm not positive. But that's the thing about BET. They got a fucking library of legends just sitting there.
Yeah.
They're not on YouTube. They're not on BET. They're just sitting there.
Do you think, by the way,
I'm gonna send you a poster Joe Coy just sent.
do you think, because to me, Cat Williams, if you've never seen him live, like he's one of my favorite people to watch live. He wrecks rooms.
Yeah.
But why he doesn't translate it to the white audience basically at all. Why, I mean, funny is funny, but what is it you think about Cat? Why he hasn't translated over? Because every time I watch him,
You don't think so? He's so big.
But if you look,
he went crazy in Seattle.
But if you look at Kevin Hart's audience when he's selling tickets, it's a mixture of black and white. When you look at
Chappelle's 90% white.
Chappelle is 90%, right?
Dave Chappelle is.
Yes, his audience.
If you go to his shows, it's 90%.
Why do you think Cat's ticket? And by the way, not saying Cat doesn't sell tickets. Cat sells
Tons of tickets.
I mean, but why? I'm so curious why it hasn't translated over. Because to me, man, that dude live, is near unstoppable.
Oh, his special when he's in the green suit and he's sweating.
That's every special. He's sweating.
Look at this.
My God.
Joe Coy
Fuck Logic.
3T.
But look at Michael Blackson at the bottom.
How crazy is that?
What year is that?
Look at Joe's teeth. That's before he
Dada. Joe used to hook me up. We used to always go downtown, and he had to hook up with Pony and Dada. He goes, Gary, come down here. Just come to the warehouse, and I'd be laced up at my shows with Dada.
It was comics in the game.
Yeah.
What year is this?
Can you dig it?
What fucking year? Before Joe had money. Look at him. Look at him.
For sure, you can tell.
But Joe was always trying to do. He was the Filipino guy doing the Black Knights.
Yeah,
there was always like one race. Like I always normally the white guy. Every now and then somebody else would pop up. Joe was a Filipino guy. Every now and then somebody would pop up. I was like, there's always somebody.
Edward San Juan would pop up.
Yeah.
Didn't you win best black comic in San Diego?
Yeah. That was a radio call in though. Like it was
but
Z90.
Still, the other black comics like, ain't that a bitch?
Right.
It's like, fuck.
Well, it wasn't stiff competition. I got there like I better win this shit. When I say won, it wasn't even fucking close.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, whoa, why'd he win? The crowd was like, that white boy better win.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst comedy competitions I've ever been in.
Dude, you got kids?
Yeah, I got 3.
How old are your kids?
18, 19, and then 28.
Do they ever come on the road with you?
My son opens for me every now and then.
The 28?
No, the 19-year-old.
What kind of
He don't want to do it. He just has it. He don't want to do it. He'll just go up and be like, yeah, I'm going to go up tonight. And and we'll wing it and crush. I'm like, this kid,
what
he's
kind
got
of
the
material
gift.
is he doing?
Oh, he just talks about being mixed and.
Do you post them? Ever?
Yeah, there's one on YouTube. His first set ever is on YouTube.
Do you post them on your Instagram ever?
No,
I don't see you much on. I don't see you posting.
He doesn't like me posting them. He's an odd kid,
Really?
man. He's like, nah, Dad, don't post me.
18, 19, and 28.
Is it Austin or
Austin?
What's the 28-year-old up to?
He's in Ohio, living with his girlfriend, just working.
All right.
Just doing his thing.
This
He's a
is.
good dude.
Do you remember, Gary, the first joke you ever told on stage? I'm always curious.
Gary Owen's son. Yeah, Gary's son, Austin.
You want to watch it all? Or chill.
I don't know. You gotta watch it. It's weird when I watch myself start
Okay.
sweating, get nervous, because then the pressure's on them to laugh. Well, you don't think my fucking son's funny?
No, I'm not.
Don't play it. Play it now.
Watch it.
Shit,
Watch
play
it some other time.
Play it.
Please play it.
Yeah, we're gonna play it now.
Ah, you fuckers. I might get up. I'm just gonna sweat.
Hey, now is the time to get your student loan payments under control, y'all. You could be saving by refinancing your student loans with Earnest. Listen, have you ever heard someone go, I love my high student loan payment. Oh, it's so great. Said no one ever. Check if refinance with Earnest could help you lower your monthly payments. Checking takes just 2 minutes. Is your student loan payment crazy high? All right, man. If you've been making the same monthly payment on your student loans for the last couple years, odds are you could reduce your payment and save by refinancing with Earnest. Even if you've done it before, it's all good. You can still refinance again. Check your new rate. It's fast. It's easy to start. Complete a few questions online. Takes about 2 minutes. Then you get a personalized rate estimate without affecting your credit score. So, if you want to lower your monthly payment, man, if you want to do it, and you can do it right now, you can get a $100 cash bonus when you refinance a student loan with earnest.com/fighter. Terms and conditions apply. That's $100 for free when you refinance a student loan at earnest.com/fighter. Terms and conditions apply. Once again, you get $100 cash bonus when you visit earnest.com/fighter to refinance your student loan. Not available in all states. Terms and conditions apply. Visit earnest.com/fighter for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Earnest student loan refinance loans are made by Earnest Operations LLC, NMLS, number 1204917, California Financing License number 6054788, 303 2nd Street, Suite 401, North San Francisco, California 94107. Visit earnest.com/licenses for a full list of full licensed states.
Sweat.
We have to laugh.
Yeah, I mean,
Nervous I am.
It's Tommy debut. Okay, so we're gonna do.
oh yeah, all right.
That's so funny.
Where is this?
Tommy T's, where I'm at this weekend, before COVID. This was 2 years ago.
And did he have a plan before he went up
No,
there?
this is like at 1 o'clock. He goes, I'm gonna go up tonight, and this is like 8 o'clock.
But the huevos on this kid.
Right.
on.
But look at him. He's like, wait till you see his stage friends. He's like this. What's up? I don't give a fuck.
I can't imagine doing that.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I am too. I'm nervous for him.
He was being cocky. He goes, Dad, I can do that. I said, do it. So we went
Oh
up
wait,
and did
he decided while you were there.
it. Yeah.
And is he in school or?
He
How old
just
was he right
graduated.
here?
This was 2 years ago, so he's 17.
I can't believe how old your kid is. I feel like we're all the same age.
This is my first time doing stand-up, so even if I'm not funny, please laugh at my jokes. Currently, I'm a 17. I currently live in the state of Ohio, but we're moving out here this summer. I'm gonna be going to the high school called Heritage. I heard a lot of good things about it.
He's just talking?
Disappoint me.
Yeah, he starts getting in jokes here.
Better not disappoint.
And congrats on the Warriors for winning 3 of the last 4.
That's the only thing I told him to do. I said, get the crowd on your side, hype up the Warriors.
Yep.
Holy shit! There's so many of you in here. Also, you guys don't get stressed about me cussing. My mom is not here right now. I'm sick of it. Also, I don't know what I want to do after school. I kind of want to sit home and do nothing and play video games. So, if there's any sugar mamas or cougars out there,
I'm all yours. Look at Gary. He's all like,
madness on the stage right now.
dude, he's great.
Yeah.
He's got a real solid joke right here.
It's a good mix of a crowd.
Mix was pretty fun because I could say the N-word to my dad and he couldn't say it back.
This is a strong bit right here, though.
Also, when I was growing up and I used to get disciplined, spanked, like spanking, whippings, whatever you want to call them, whenever my dad would do it, it just felt weird. It felt like he was channeling like his ancestors.
Dude. Dude, he crushed it.
Those are two great shows.
Sweating. He crushed it.
You gone?
When he was spanking me, I'll be sad, but if I look back, he like a half
You can stop it, too.
All right. That was good.
That was impressive.
Yeah,
Great,
man.
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating.
That's awesome. But he looked so calm.
Yeah, that's just his demeanor. He's got the gift. I mean,
But he doesn't want to do it. What's he want to do?
who knows?
Is he just chilling at home, though?
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear.
I'm like this. He's just chilling right now. But we also put a lot of, I think in society, we say once you graduate high school, you got to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm okay with doing the break year and be like, let's just figure it out. Like,
Take
what's
a
your
breath.
passion?
Yeah.
What do you want? Because he doesn't want to go to college. My daughter's in college. That's the route she wants to take. I'm cool with it. But I always knew growing up.
But I think certain kids are meant for college. But then also, when I think back on college, when you get to your freshman year and like, all right, what's your major? Like, fuck, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Titties? What do you want me to do? I can decide right now what I'm going to do for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
My youngest son didn't go to college. He came back and he was just like, "Yeah, that's not for me." And I was
That's
like,
fine.
man."
Yeah.
And he's doing great. But
Schools do that. They need to put the stress, chase your passion, not chase education. Chase education. I mean,
Yeah.
Chase your passion, whatever that is.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
you know what? Also, though, I think you have to sometimes chase your passion and also like embrace what you're good at. Some people are almost embarrassed by what they're good at, so they try to do something
And
else.
be okay to fail at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
chase it. If it doesn't work out all good, college ain't going nowhere. But also with both your kids, thank God they have dads like you, because like my dad was like, "Nah, bitch, you're getting education. You can play football and you get education." I'm like, all right, I guess that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but you know, I felt like college was actually going to make my son feel bad about himself because the
what
classroom
college
is
you go
not
to.
but the classroom is not his thing.
Yeah.
Right? And his attention is a little sketchy. And so he always would leave school feeling stupid.
And he's a smart kid. Yeah.
But he would leave school feeling stupid and I'm like, I'm not setting him up to succeed because
not for him.
I'm putting him in a situation that makes him feel bad about himself.
Yeah.
So why am I doing that?
But your other two kids are in college?
One's done. He's
28.
just-
If 28 and still in college, we
Yeah,
got-
no, he's
we got
working.
You could be a doctor.
Our daughter we just took her there 3 weeks ago.
Where'd
She's
she
at,
go?
North Carolina A&T in Greensboro. It's
that's
a
cool.
HBCU.
Yeah.
I knew that going in. I said it. I talked it into my act. Like 5 years ago, I did a special. I go, "Oh, my daughter's going to a historically black college because she doesn't want to be white at all. She is a black woman to hear me roar. Everything goes wrong in her life is my fault.
Yeah.
She gets sunburned. It's your fault, Dad. I got no melon in my skin. I'm like, all right, sorry. All my black friends are just out at the pool enjoying themselves. Me and her aloe vera and each other up and shit. Sorry.
My bad. My bad.
My bad.
My bad.
The keyword is, it's your pool, bitch.
We own this.
So, we have the pool.
Yeah.
What is the problem? What are you mad about?
Yeah.
Sunbird swimming in your fucking backyard.
Oh my God, man. But let me ask you something. When I was growing up, dude, that sunburn, we used to use baby oil. I don't know what we were doing.
That was to enhance it.
Baby oil.
Not
Yeah, that's
the
to
burn.
enhance, that's to enhance the tan.
Oh,
You
no,
put
we-
the baby on. That's what the people did that was getting tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would used
Oh,
to
yeah,
lay
yeah.
out with, and
yeah.
afterwards you'd put that baby oil on, man.
That really increased the tan.
Oh yeah, but also a little bit of the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it baby oil attracts the heat a little bit.
You and I tan. Gary, not so much.
Nah.
Do you freckle?
I don't know.
You don't look like
I don't go
freckler.
out.
Yeah.
Are any of your kids darker than the other? Or is there one real white like you?
My
'Cause, like,
daughter's
my
my
girls-
daughter's fair skinned, like me. Not like me, but she's the
She's
lightest
light.
one of the whole family,
Yeah.
and she's the one that cares most about her color. Where the boys don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They could care less. But my
Oh,
daughter's
shit.
the one like, I identify as a black woman.
Yep.
I'm black. There's no doubt. There's just no doubt.
Right.
Yeah.
I went on a Black Lives Matter march with her. Where'd she get the megaphone? I don't know. She whips it out and starts chanting. I go, "Oh, you're that girl." I thought we were blending in.
Damn.
I thought we were supporting, not leading.
She's on
Dude,
stilts.
it was like, oh my God. 400 years of oppression. And I'm going,
Kill the whitey. Whoa.
Right
Whoa.
here.
Wait,
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, she was going off, and the people were like, "Okay, baby girl, talk about it."
You're just in a mask.
Just in the mess, like,
They don't know it's Gary Owen, so they're like,
dude, when that megaphone came out, I go, "What is going on right now?
What
Where did you get it? First
Yeah.
of all,
And it,
making valid points.
Yeah.
But just loud. I was
with
like,
you.
"Yo, where'd you come from?"
I got tear gassed at one of the down here in LA.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Was you marching, or you were just there?
were you looting? Were you
no.
looting?
I'm saying there's marches, but then you might have been coming to Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, "Hey man, why'd you pepper spray me?"
Hey man.
That's how you talk to the cops. Hey man,
What's with the
riot gear.
it was down on Beverly Boulevard, and I came home and I told my wife, I'm like, hey, there's a protest down there. I'm going down.
This is in the thick of it, like
This
right when
was
it popped
second
off?
day,
Oof.
second day, and she was like, don't go
hostile.
down there. And I said, yeah, but this is where we have to be. Like, and so I went down, and you hear the, boonk, and I was like, oh no, and gas started going, and I thought I should run away from that gas, but then I thought, well, I've never been tear gassed before.
Did party go? How bad can it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I walked into it. I just was like, I know I'm not going to die.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see what it feels
So
like.
you're that crazy ass white dude.
I just wanted to see, because I just wanted to see what it was like.
Ooh,
it
not
was
me.
not great. My face was just dumping out. My eyes, the shit was coming out my nose. People, and I didn't know that they were pouring milk on me, because I guess that works better than water.
Yeah.
So I'm just wipe it all off, and I walk back to my house. But later in the day, all day, I'm like, something smells like terrible.
Oh, because the milk dried up.
There was just milk behind my ears.
Oh.
It dried up.
Did you walk in the door? Your wife was like, "Told you, dumbass."
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, "You're so fucking dumb."
Yeah.
But honestly, like those kind of things, I'm not an adrenaline junkie. But if you're like, "Hey, you want to try this one time?" Most anything. I told you I ate that live cockroach.
Yeah.
If you're gonna ask me if I'm gonna try, so we're just gonna gloss over that. Hey man.
You been tear gassed?
No, fuck
Ever?
no.
But
We had to
you-
do it in boot camp.
Yeah, that's right.
We got tear gas in boot camp.
Because you have to
You
walk
guys
into
all go in a room.
right?
You have masks on. They tell you
Yeah,
to take
and
them
they
off.
take the mask off, and then there's this big, not vent, you're outside, but that's where you spit and let the slobber and snot come out. You're just standing there. But I remember you stand there, and you got your gas mask on, and you line up, and if you don't put your gas mask on right, it hits you as soon as you walk in. So a couple guys didn't put it on right. So they're already freaking the fuck out, right?
Oh, no.
And then they say, okay, on the count of three, take your mask off. So we got to take it off. We hold it over our heads. And you're just trying to hold together. And they come by and they ask you a question. It's a simple question. It's like, what comes after the number 2? 3, simple. I'll never forget, the guy next to me could not talk. And they go, what's Fred Flintstone's wife's name? And I'm sitting there going, it's fucking Wilma! It's fucking Wilma! And the guy next to me he was just like, just going, holy fuck, dude! Come on, Wilma! It's just, we gotta get out of here!
Let me answer that one for him.
I know.
And they do it just in case if you guys encounter it when you're
I
at
guess.
battle.
I mean, I
You know
was
what I'm saying?
17.
But weren't there
It's just
some
like, we're gonna
guys
go.
that could? Because I've heard of some guys that just it doesn't affect them.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't see that in
They're
boot
like
camp. It affected everybody.
asymptomatic. Yeah.
It's the same guys that like you see them get tased and they just kind of take the boink boink and take it out. You're like, oh.
My father-in-law was a
shit.
cop, and I was asking. We were watching one of those recent videos where that gentleman was shot 7 times, but they tried tasing him. And I go, what a gangster! Like the tase doesn't work. He goes, some people it just doesn't work. And he
Walk
goes,
through
if
it.
it's a bigger guy, he goes like, we probably wouldn't even try and tase you because you're so big. You can probably just rip them off and keep charging at us.
What about
Really?
Could it get caught in the clothes though too? Like I don't know.
He says for some people it could, but he was saying for some people it just doesn't work. So then when they shoot the things, if those don't work, you get close.
Yeah.
it has the ability to go straight to the neck.
But I heard that the tase works better, and I could be 100%
wet?
wrong. No, if you're wet, definitely. But if you're low body fat, that it travels better through muscle. Is what maybe that's 100%
It's like
wrong.
fat guys are.
So like if you're like a thin dude with very little body fat,
gonna
that
fuck you up?
That's what I heard. It could be 100% wrong. Did you ever do the Shreveport Funny Bone?
Yeah.
So I got tased
Back in the day.
I got tased down there
By the staff?
by remember the cops in the orange vests? that used to walk around that area.
They told him it was like an initiation. I feel like they just fucking.
But you know, you're literally like between me, you, and Eddie Griffin, you're the third person that's had an issue with security and stuff at that club. Because I came in like the third week they were open, right? And that was the one. It wasn't like a normal corporate one. It was these brothers built it. So I'm talking about the club, and I'm just like a comedian. Like there was a fish tank, there was a Saints helmet
on stage.
Yeah,
making fun of the club,
I'm making fun of the club. It's literally at the end of the week, the guy goes, "Hey man, I might be a little."
Did he go, "Hey man"?
Hey man. He said, "I might be a little sensitive here." He said, "But you kind of went hard on the club this week, man. And me and my bro, we built this from our bare hands." And I go, "What?" I go, "You built a comedy club?" He goes, "I don't know, man. Just maybe I'm a little sensitive right now." I go, "Yeah." I literally looked at the lineup and I go, "Oh fuck, they got Eddie Griffin next week."
Oh.
I go, "He ain't gonna make it through the week." They told me Eddie Griffin got dragged out by security.
Damn.
Like they came at him and dragged him out. And I go, "This guy thinks I'm bad?"
Yeah.
Eddie's
Yeah.
coming.
No.
Oh my god! And you're telling me you got tased?
But they tased you because they told you it
They
was
told
initiation.
me initiation headlining comic gets tased after Saturday Night Late Show.
Who said that? The brothers?
The big.
I guess they got him.
Yeah.
We're tasing all these fuckers in our club.
Yeah.
It was an uncomfortable situation, but that club in general was a bit of a shit show.
Is it
You
still
think?
there? Is it still
No,
there?
no.
No, I don't think it lasted a year.
Maybe a little more. You know, Titus married the woman who ended up running it and turning it around a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that first year it was.
I think I had to be first month it was open.
Nah.
It smelled new. The wood smelled
There's
new.
still a few dicey clubs out there that are newer. Like the St. Louis Helium gets a little dicey because they just opened and no one.
I'm there in 3 weeks.
I'm sure for you it'll
be
be
fine.
fine now.
Yeah,
I was there early on. And I remember Joey Diaz called me. He was like, "Get ready, man. They just don't. It's the first comedy club they've had, and it's just they don't know how to act. So people are gonna be talking. You can get heckled." I'm like, "No, Joey, come my crowd." No, sure enough, yeah, he's not lying.
Really?
Oh, dude, nightmare. And the security there, they might as well buy tickets. They just watch the show and they start heckling.
Dude.
God damn.
It was in Nashville. And by the way, that Nashville Zanies is one of my favorite.
The best.
And
Great.
Dorfman is one of my favorite
Yeah, he's
people.
I love
Great
Dorfman.
dude. Well, one weekend I'm there, but their security isn't exactly big. It's not big, tough dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one weekend there's a guy there, big old country dude, and he's there with this girl, and he's being loud. And I'm trying to just get past it, but I got to go in on him. And I go in on him, and his girlfriend laughs at him. And as soon as his girlfriend laughs at him, he's
pissed.
Yeah. And he starts going in, and he starts to stand up and starts to go, "You motherfucker," he starts talking about motherfucker this, and I'll shove that microphone. And I look at security, and security's out. When you're on stage at Zanies, if you look to your left, right, that back hallway leads you to the green room. Mm-hmm. Security was standing like this, looking at me on stage, and I looked at him, and he just slowly went behind the wall like that. And I was like, "Oh no,
I hate
man.
that. I hate when I walk in the club and I get it all the time. Security guys go, "Oh, easy weekend for us. Anybody fuck with you, you're gonna fuck them up."
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
But I'm not though,
No,
dude.
yeah.
I'm not. I'm trying to do
Right.
stand up.
Yeah.
Can you do your job? I'll do mine.
Yeah, right.
I'm not trying to fight anybody,
That's
dude.
hysterical.
They every single one. It's the first joke.
Yeah.
Oh, easy night for us, dude. You got this. I'm like, but I don't though. dude. But I don't.
Did you ever do in Baltimore? What was it? The Comedy Factory.
I do it all the time.
Downtown.
It's one of the.
No,
Oh,
the-
no.
You know the one I'm talking
Baltimore
about?
Comedy Factory. You talking about the old Improv, right?
No, the one downtown that was owned by the dude who
Is it a
was
power
at the
plant?
comedy. He was on the radio, and his brother ran the place.
You're talking about is that the rock station?
Yeah,
No.
but it was
Well,
down.
Okay, well, clearly I've thrown out 3 things,
But
but you shut them all down.
No,
I don't
but
know
the
what
one
you're
the
talking
one
about.
downtown.
One was a power plant. You said, was that in the power plant?
Yeah.
Is that what
Might
you
have
said?
been the one upstairs in the power in the
Yeah. That was the Improv though.
dude. That place had massive security, and they would drag people out in the middle of your show. Literally drag this dude
Yeah, there's some
out.
security takes their job too serious.
Yes, I was like, hey, and it was. I guess the guy mouthed off to security, and like they and picked this dude up and literally dragged him out middle of the show.
Yeah, some of the security has the wire.
They had the
have,
earpiece,
the
yeah.
earpiece, and
Yeah.
they're like, dude, if you're worried about somebody, you just say, You say,
Pepsi.
say Tyson, give
Yeah.
me some water. I'm gonna fuck that dude up. I'm like, all right, man.
Don't want that
I don't
either.
think we need that, dude.
Yeah.
I think people are here to have a good time.
Yeah.
You're also 6'7".
Do you ever do the Evansville, Indiana funny bone? You know when people ask you what's your favorite?
Yeah.
If you ask me my worst,
That's it.
it's easy yes.
Really?
And I gave it 2 chances.
Easy, yes. You went back.
We're like out of control.
It was just the audience was so bad. I've never seen such a segregated city and audience in my life.
Really?
Because I'd be out and every now and then I'd see a black person and they'd recognize me and then I'd talk to them. Yeah, I'm at the fight. And they go, oh, we don't fuck with that place. I was like, what? And then
Because like
I
a white
went.
establishment, they just didn't want to go in there?
They didn't bring a lot of urban acts, one. And then it was the oddest thing, man. I go up there the first night, the host doesn't get laughs, the feature doesn't get laughs, and I go, oh, this is gonna be a long night. So I'm up there like 20 minutes. I didn't get a chuckle yet.
Come on.
And I literally went, hey, and all the guys got bellies and they're sitting like this. They're just sitting there. And then I go, hey guys, I don't know why you came here tonight. I said, but Larry the Cable Guy is not walking through those doors. And then literally a guy goes, whoa, those are big shoes to fill, buddy. And I went, wow. That's the most reaction I got all week.
Yo, there it is.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, no, that's what you're saying to the thing. Yeah, sorry.
I thought you were answering a
scared
question
you.
half an hour ago.
No.
I'm like, what is he talking about?
So then I'm still hustling merch. Fuck it. So I'm out there trying to hustle my DVDs, right? I'm selling like one a show. You know, now the price is down to $10.
Oh.
So I had a Boston Celtics warm-up jersey on. And this guy comes out and goes, I like that shirt. How much you pay for it? I was like, oh, $60. I'll give you 80. I went, there you go. I was like, fuck it, that's my bonus for the weekend. But here's what made the club the worst. When I landed into Evansville, the manager picked me up. She tried to take me to a Days Inn. It was the first 48 Days Inn. I go, oh, I'm not staying here. And I called my manager. I said, they're trying, and she's in the car. I go, what's my contract say? Because they're trying to put me at a Days Inn.
And how long ago is this, Gary?
2005.
Okay.
Right?
You're
Maybe-
way past
yeah.
Days In.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Days In days are over.
Yeah.
So I was like this. So there's one Marriott in Evansville. It's by the airport, and literally sits in a field by itself. And they go. She takes me over to the Marriott. Now she's pissed the whole drive over. Right. So I'm trying to like ease everything now, like trying to talk to her, but she's not having it. She takes me to the Marriott. So I tell her, hey, I'm kind of hungry. Hint, can we stop and get something to eat? She goes, well, if you want to stay the Days In, there was a Wendy's right across the street. She goes, we'll see you tonight. Took off. I went, what the fuck? I had to eat room service all week. I was like this.
That is
Just stuck. And it didn't have a restaurant. It was attached to a sandwich shop. So you didn't even get free food. The sandwiches were half off. I was like, oh.
Jesus Christ.
Do you? And I went to one club, and I don't want to put him on blast, but
Give
I
me
remember
the state, though, so I know.
Tennessee. And when I got there, he was like, okay, so just so you know, comics get half off food. I go, stop right there. I said, you want us to pay for food? And he was like, yeah, but half off. I go, no. I go, what is it? He goes, well, I found comics were taking advantage of the kitchen and getting 2 plates of food. I'm like,
Jesus
Really?
Christ.
I said, I
Feeding?
I told him, I go, hey man, just so you know, I go, have you had a lot of people not come back? He goes, most. I go, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, most people are
I had a
coming back.
club. I won't say the name. We've all been there. We all love the club. Where at the end of the last show Saturday night, they took out the drinks I had on stage, and that my brother's my manager. My brother we always drink whiskey. I'm like, whiskey? Who the fuck? They
You
charge
gotta
for the
tell me
whiskey.
off air. See if I
I
had the
will
same
for sure.
experience.
Yeah, man.
Oh, sure.
I don't have any like.
And then we went out.
clubs.
We went out with that manager.
You went out with the manager?
We went out with the manager because he's like, "Oh, let me take you guys to dinner." Because I think he knew. Because I was like, "What the fuck? I'll never be back for trying for drinks. It's ridiculous." He's like, "Let me take you out to dinner." And my opener and my feature are both black, the black guys, right? And he dropped the N-word in front of them.
No.
So this is definitely not a corporate. It's not an improv.
And
funny.
doubled down.
No.
Like did it, and I was like, and me and my brother, I was like, what? And I go, what the fuck, dude? And he was like, you know how it is. Man, he's talking about hockey.
No, we don't know how it is.
And then we were like, no, no one does.
Nobody
we
knows.
were like, we have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you know the only owner that I knew would drop any word in front of me, and you were almost just like, whatever, man, was Craig Glazer. from Kansas City.
Kansas City, Stanford and
Stanford
Sons.
Sons. This dude was the most casual racist. It was
Facts.
He was saying words with nothing on them. He was the most casually racist. The very first time I ever met him, I'm coming in from the airport. I'm with my suitcase, and he goes, "Hey, come in here." And I go into his room, and Craig Glazer, dude, is notorious. He was a thief. Sometimes his wig was crooked and backwards, like this motherfucker. So I come in his office, and he was just a gross dude. And there's a girl sitting on the other side of his desk, and he goes, "Hey," I go, "Yeah," and he goes, "You fuck teenagers?" I go, "What?" What?
Hey, man.
And he goes, "Hey, man." He goes, "Do you fuck teenagers?" I go, "No, I don't fuck teenagers."
Yeah.
And he goes, "You don't fuck teenagers?" I go, "Do you think that makes me the weird one?"
Yeah.
Like, do you?
Are you judging me
You
right
think
now?
I'm the odd man out,
Yeah.
motherfucker? Like, I don't know. I go, "No,
What
I
a
don't fuck.
psycho.
I don't fuck teenagers." And he goes, he looked at her. He goes, "She's legal." I go, "Yeah,
Jesus.
stop it right there,
Christ.
dude. Stop it right there." This guy only had sex with black strippers, and he paid them. And so, but he played me this message. This is back-to-back message. This stripper was going off because he was a little behind on payments, and she was laying into "you small dick, crooked hair, mother," like this entire. And he goes, he stops, right, and he stops the message. He looks at me. He goes, "So you think she likes me and she's just mad?" Or I go, "No, dude, she just wants her money."
She wants her money, bro.
He was like, "Yeah, I really
it
want her to
out,
like
man.
me." I'm like, "She's a hooker, bro."
Yeah, dude.
Like, what do you think is happening?
She's in love with money.
He's
Yeah.
dead now, right? He passed away?
He passed away, man.
I
But
was gonna say. Yeah.
he was a crazy. Do you know his story
No.
when he was growing up? So he was a straight up thief, and then he figured out a way to get over on drug dealers. He got a crew together, and part of the crew were the people buying the drugs, and the other part of the crew were fake FBI people. So they would bring all this money and and the people would bring drugs, and they would come in as fake FBI, take the drugs and the money.
Is this Ozark season 3?
This is 100%
Kansas
true.
City, not too far from
The
Missouri.
name of his book is called The King of Sting.
Oh damn.
So then he got busted by the FBI, but the FBI said, "Hey, you're getting meetings with drug dealers that we can't find. How are you doing this? You come work for us,
Be a narc.
or we put you in jail." And he was like, "I'll work for you." He could only stay straight for about 6 months, and then just started double dipping on the FBI.
Jesus
And
Christ.
ended up doing time in jail. His partner, who he used to do these with, he watched him get shot here in L.A. Dude, this dude's story is bananas. I think the book is called King of Sting.
King of Sting?
But man, this guy, did you ever do his club?
Yeah, all the time.
Because
He passed away
Yeah.
just of old age or got shot.
I think he had, modern day. I think he ended up with cancer, is what happened. But you ask the Kansas City comics, like Chris Porter and these guys, they were like, "That is the fucking worst guy ever."
That's him.
That's him, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he died, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, something. There you go, leukemia. He had been banned when he drove you around to do press in the morning in Kansas City. He couldn't walk into any of the radio stations, or he had been banned from all
They
the
don't let
buildings.
him in there.
He'd been banned from all the buildings. Been banned from.
Hey, what's up?
Craig Glazer. how
He
you
said
doing?
rubbed shoulders with comedians like Robin Williams.
Yeah, he would
You
tell
mean
you.
he
his
booked
hand
Robin
and
for a
shit.
weekend?
He would introduce you like people didn't have Google. He'd be like, "Come to the stage next. This guy has done 20 Tonight shows." And you're backstage like, "Dude,
Like, come on, man.
yeah." One of his credits for me was, he created Chelsea Lately. I'm like, this is motherfucker. This is not what happened.
You did Chelsea lately a lot?
Yeah, I think I did over 200 of them.
Did you do it?
No, I got a pretty good Chelsea Handler story, though.
Let's
What
hear
do you
it.
got?
There's that. He used
that's the girl that made the phone call.
I think he used to call
There's
her
the wig.
Yeah, it's pretty. And sometimes the wig was sideways, where you're like, "Man, that's backwards." I think so. Yeah. He was bananas.
Look at that picture, by the way.
This
Just him in all black.
Yep.
Some other ones.
His favorite was this girl he called Black Barbie. He was all in.
What a character.
His book, dude. Yes, and he used to ask you, "What are you benching right
That
now?"
must have been right after that teenager left.
I was just going to say, I bet the taser wouldn't work on him.
Oh my God! Look at that,
Guys, I'm telling
This
you,
guy's fantastic.
this dude is bananas. He is absolutely. If you gambled away all his money, this dude was insane. But a story, one of those guys that was highly inappropriate. and you either loved him or you hated him. But I had a soft spot for him just because he was unapologetically himself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I liked him. I heard he did dirty shit to
He
people,
did.
but he never. I
never
know it sounds
screwed you
awful. He
over?
never ripped me over.
Yeah.
Never ripped me off or got over on me or nothing.
Yeah, he was a bananas. The last time he tried to
But
pay
that's
me-
your experience. You know what I'm
Dude.
saying? Like a lot of people want to judge like Ellen or name anybody who's in the spotlight or, these comics. And it's like a lot of times I hear all these awful stories, but my experience with them has been great. So it's like I can't shit on them, man. I can't dogpile on with you, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've had great experiences.
Well, I mean, for Craig, I actually was okay with some of the bad because I like weirder people who can tell me crazy stories.
Yeah.
So sitting down with him for a night, you were
It
going
was
to hear
never
some.
an easy. Whenever you Sunday you go in to get paid.
Never.
It wasn't ever 5 minutes.
No.
It's
No.
45 minutes later. You're still talking to Craig about some
no.
shit. Yeah, I got so and so coming next week, and
I
Yeah.
hate that.
yeah, I think we just booked so and so.
Yeah, you want to do some voices on my animation? No, I just want my
or
freaking
he's
payment.
got these posters. He had one boxing documentary. He goes, "Yeah, I did that," and he explained it. I go, "I didn't ask.
Yeah,
I didn't ask.
I got a flight to
Poster.
catch, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's George Foreman. Let me tell you about George Foreman. I didn't ask about George. Foreman.
There's some managers too there's some managers that get a little
paid.
too cozy. And
Yeah.
they try to jump in with the crew and then, oh, where you guys going after this? And they go with you. And then in the green room all the time chilling. It's like, come on, dude.
You know what I'll
Pick
do?
up the vibe of the room, man.
100%.
Beat it, nerd.
If there's somebody in there I don't want in there, I
You say something?
No, I just start farting.
Oh, wow.
I'm a dick.
I'm a
Are you a dick?
I don't say it to their face, but I call ahead and I go, I don't want anybody in the green room when I go in there because I don't know.
Except for your
them.
crew.
Like, yeah, I go, I don't want to walk in and then there's a guy I don't know sitting there. Because I'm particular. I'm a little superstitious.
I'm with it.
So I like the left side of the couch. So now I got this guy sitting there looking at me. That's where I sit.
Yeah.
I'm superstitious. I'm sorry.
Did you
Now
not get
seats
the
warm.
memo?
Now your ass has made. I like a cold
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah. I like to
Or
do
they
the
went
warming
in,
up.
they grab the water. Go, no, this sense is mine. No, you got the Circle K.
By the way,
that's yours.
Is
That's
there
yours.
anything
Fuck,
worse
you take
than
my
a
Essentia.
warm toilet seat?
Oh,
Is there anything worse than you're in public and you just have to go and you sit down and you're like, the seat's warm? Like,
Oh, the 4 times I've probably taken a shit in public in my life.
only 4?
Yeah, I don't think this toilet it's clean. I take everything. I wipe the soap down. I think I Purell it.
Everything.
And then I kind of hover. It's never like a full set.
Oh, yeah.
oh, I don't.
You
I
CrossFit.
freeze
over
up though. Somebody walks in the bathroom, I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, I don't want to hear the plop. Something like this.
Self-conscious.
God damn it! Would you fucking leave?
Well, so you don't like to? Are you afraid to poop in public?
No, don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not a germaphobe. None of that.
I mean, for me, the airport bathroom is a place that I try to avoid, just because if it's just generally not the cleanest. But I'm with you, man. If I'm in a, you don't care at all.
No, game on. Planes, I don't give a fuck.
Planes?
Planes.
Nah,
but on the
dude.
planes, I try to hurry.
Nah.
Because I don't want this, because stewardess is always right next to the door. So I don't want to be like, damn, Dookie boy. So I hurry, and then I wash my hands to get the smell of the soap. Then I open the door.
Do
and
you
come
ever
out.
time it? You're like, this is how long a piss could take. So I'm gonna make sure I'm not in here longer than.
But if
a
I'm in
minute.
there long, then I'll pretend I'm on my phone, which doesn't even make sense.
No. Because the
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm in the air. Okay. And keep going.
the flight attendant's like, why does your phone smell like shit?
I always rub my hands when I come out of the bathroom so
Yeah.
people know I washed.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
always like
Good
this.
move.
I'll act weird when I go to the bathroom, a plane taking shit. I'll rub my hands. I'll pretend I forgot something. Like, what?
I have to tell you, I am anti-pooping on planes. You shouldn't poop on tour buses. You shouldn't poop on airplanes. For me, if it's an emergency, I get it. But if I can hold it, I don't get out of my seat on the plane. I don't pee. I pee before I get on the plane.
I can piss.
I lean up against the window and I go to sleep.
The worst is if you got a window and the guy next to you just takes the tray down, got his
Bunkers
laptop and everything
Yeah.
like this. If I got to piss, he's not gonna be happy.
Yeah?
I apologize like 10 times. Sorry, I got it.
Me
I gotta
too.
use the bathroom. I'm sorry. I
And
don't
then finally, no, I'll just tap. I'm like, and they
Yeah.
like, mother. And
But then you're stuck. You don't want to get up
I know-
twice though.
I know,
Like
dude.
this. I'll hold it till I can't hold it anymore. 'Cause I just want to get up once. I don't want to bother this dude twice.
it's so stressful.
Yeah,
you have to set up
it's a
shop?
stressful situation. Like sending emails. You guys got deals. Fuck. Like right there. He's about to transfer the money from his 401k. Hey,
Yeah,
excuse me.
man.
Yeah.
My stock just went down, fucker.
Yeah.
Are you a chatty Cathy on the plane?
No, man.
I have headphones in.
No,
I'm
man,
not
with
trying to.
7 N's, A's and N's. No, man. I don't want you talking to me. My headphones are in. My hoodie's on, and that's. I just don't. I'm not ready for small talk. I'm gonna be super high on the plane.
I just don't want to do it. The energy. The worst is when they go, "Where you headed?"
Yeah, same place you are, bro. We're on the same plane.
No, I hate telling them what I do.
Yeah.
Because if you say comedian,
Nothing
they
worse.
say you're only getting 3 responses. It's either they try to tell you a joke that's long, or they want you to tell them a joke,
Yep.
or they ask you, do you know somebody? And we're the only profession they do that
Yep.
because it's. I always say like, you'll say I'm a comedian. Hey, do you know Frank Smith from Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Like this. Well, how would I be on TV or anything? No, he's a local guy. How the fuck?
Yeah.
But I know him. They don't go up to LeBron James. You know David Jackson played basketball at the YMCA in Torrance?
Yeah.
That guy's a beast on Tuesday night. No, how would I know him? We both play basketball.
That guy's a beast on Tuesday.
Oh, dude. The 30 and over league?
Yeah, he sets
Dude.
a pick at the elbow.
You see this jumper? No.
Yeah.
How
More of
the
a
fuck
set
did I see
shot.
this jumper?
Yeah, he started in Orange County. Now he's in Torrance. This guy's a beast.
Well, they either ask someone like really like low like that, or like, what do you think, Kevin Hart, man? Funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, dude. It's
The
fucking
worst is
Kevin
they
Hart,
tell
man.
you a joke.
Yes.
And you're just going, how long is this joke? And you always gotta give them the fake laugh. Ha!
The long jokes are rough. You know what else is rough, dude? When they try to tell you somebody else's joke that you know is funny. You know
Yeah.
that joke. You know Kevin Hart's joke, and they tell you this butchered. I'm like, are you telling people that's Kevin Hart's joke? Because that was not it. Like, that's the fucking worst thing. I will tell you though, man.
Or they go, if you're flying to Kansas City, go, Kansas City, we playing that? Yeah, bro. Maybe I'll go. Maybe you know what? Maybe we'll go. If Friday and Saturday, like, yeah, man, fuck. Yeah.
And super awkward, and they're sitting right next to you, like, can I get a couple tickets? And I'm like, I don't want to say no right to your face, but nope.
Yeah.
Or they go, so how would I go about getting tickets? I'm like any other
Oh my
fucking
God.
way
We
you
just
would
talked
get a
about
ticket.
this. We
Did
talked about something else.
Did
about
we?
So I'm at Tommy T's this weekend. My opener, I live an hour from the San Francisco airport. He goes, hey man, can I ask something real quick? Yeah, he goes, what's the most efficient way? This is what he said. What's the most efficient way to get to your house from the San Francisco airport? I go, do you need a ride? Is that what you're asking? Like
That's like a passive
That's
aggressive way. This is
Someone
why I said-
else's car. Is that what you mean?
This is why I said to Gary. I assume he's like kind of scared of Gary, not physically, but just like, because you're a famous comic. He's probably like, hey, dude, like that's his way of beating around the bush.
Yeah, I'm like this. Just Uber or
Yeah.
BART
Yeah.
or I don't know.
Your
I
own
always say
car?
this. Real friends don't ask friends to pick them up from the airport or help them move. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Not after a certain age.
No.
You're
I got
20
kids.
years old.
What?
Yeah.
I can't go to the airport. What? No, dude.
Hour from my house. That's an hour back too. It's 2 hours out
2
of my day.
hours.
And we got a show that night.
There's
No, no.
zero chance that's happening.
What was it? I always talking about Chelsea. I got to
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler.
I gotta pee
opened
after this
for
story. I'm
me.
like the guy in the plane. You're in the middle seat. I
It's
get
a
pee so bad.
long story.
It's like your first
My
set.
first
Yeah,
set.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
Chelsea,
So-
CHEL.
You guys know her, right?
When you said I never did a show, here's what's funny. I've always been a little bitter within myself, not at anybody else. Like, God, I should have been on that show because I'll tell you why. She opened for me at the Sacramento Punchline, and she was getting ready to do Montreal the next week.
Great club.
And she had been working, and I'd been where she'd been. She'd getting ready to do New Faces, I think.
Yeah.
So I did it the year before, and I bombed at New Faces. And she was like, she was Thursday night. She's pissed. She goes, "What the fuck?" And she's at the bar, and she's like pounding these drinks, right? And I go, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "I'm doing Montreal next week, and this fucking set's been working, and it's not working right now. But my audience is not Montreal's audience." So I told the club, I go, "This is gonna sound racist." I go, "Blacks and Mexicans in the back, put all the older white people in the front." I go, because I told her, I said, focus on the front.
Yeah.
I go, we're gonna put all the blacks and the Latinos in the back of the room. We're gonna put. It's not a big room as it is.
Yeah.
I go, focus on the first 2 rows, man. And her set got, the audience was better as the week went on, right? And then I just remember she dropped me off at the Residence Inn. She had a Volkswagen, and she dropped me off, and I wished her good luck in Montreal. And I said, "You're gonna be good." I said, "You're attractive." I said, "You got like this, you got an attitude about you." I said, "They're gonna eat you up in Montreal. You'll be fine." And then she went, I'm acting like her agent. You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah, you'll
You'll be good.
You got
and
this.
then she went, I just remember going, where are you staying? She goes, I'm driving back. I said, you drive back to LA now? It's like midnight. She goes, yeah, I'm just going to drive back. I said, all right. And she took off, and then she got the deal and got the show. And I always remember going, motherfucker, I put the blacks in the Mexicans in the back for you. I looked out for you. I rooted for you. And I can't get on one fucking episode.
I gave you the encouragement
Yeah.
to kill Montreal. Man.
Oh, my God.
I gave you your push out of the nest, baby.
I wonder if
bird.
she even, she has to remember. She
I
could deny
guarantee
it.
she does.
But I remember the Sacramento Punchline because the year before I had did New Faces and fucking bombed.
I never did New Faces.
The set didn't go over
It's the
well.
last time I didn't trust my gut because I was with CAA at that time, and at that time people were leaving there with big holding deals,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they were grooming all these networks to come see me, and they go, "Don't worry about the audience reaction. You're just trying to get your point of view across because we're basing a show off this 5-minute set."
Dude, by the way, I remember that period of comedy when your manager and agent were just like, "What's your POV? Give me your point of view
In 5 minutes.
Tell them who you are so they can make a show about you." There was
Jesus.
about a 2-year period where
Yeah.
that's
And
where
you
they
get developmental deals,
were
right? And
huge.
big money.
Six figures.
and they were just grooming you. They were like, just get 5 minutes together. Don't worry about hours
Yeah.
or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They just wanted you to get 5 minutes together. I remember that.
When I went up, and I remember Dom Herrera hosted. They didn't really laugh at Dom, and I'm
come
first.
on.
I'm the
Come on.
first guy. It's New Faces. I'm the first guy. It's 6 p.m. and it was daylight. I remember going. I looked in the audience. It was old white. Like I literally saw a lady with blue hair. It was old.
And they didn't
Yeah.
like Dom?
Here's the story I got later. So I went up there. I didn't get nothing in 5 minutes, and I got off stage. And right before I walked on stage, I looked at my agent. I go, I'm gonna switch my setup. I go, they're not gonna get the 5 minutes I'm talking about. He goes, no, stick to the 5 minutes. We got the networks here. Don't worry about the laughs.
Yikes.
But we feed off energy.
Yeah.
Flat. I got off stage. I went out the back door of the club. My hotel's about 2 miles away. I started walking back, cussing the whole way. My wife wasn't even, that was my girlfriend at the time. She's like 100 yards behind me. She knows I'm mad. I go, fuck. Because in my brain,
You knew.
I was like, I didn't go to any parties the next 2 days because I had 2 days before I went up again. I thought everybody was like, that's the guy to bomb. That's the guy to bomb. I didn't do
Yeah.
anything. They was inviting me, hey, everybody's getting together. Like, nope. I watched more CFL football in 2 days than I ever watched in my
Yeah.
life. I knew all the Montreal fucking Alouettes or whatever it was, right? So 2 days later, I show up for the second New Faces showcase. And now I got a new 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm ready tonight. Find out everybody bombed. All 8 comics. They go, that audience fucking
crowd.
sucked.
Oh, really?
Everybody ate it. But it didn't make me feel any better.
Which set did you do? The second one? The one you had done initially or the new one?
No, the second set was just about Montreal, 5 minutes about the city. And I walked around for 2 days and got to know shit.
And it crushed, right?
It was good. I wouldn't say crushed. It was good.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting a holding deal because Guy Torrey missed his flight, and the Urban show, they asked me to stay an extra night and fill in. I go, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
And then that's the night I killed, and I got a holding deal with Quincy Jones because Quincy saw all 4 of my sets.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, I saw all your sets. He goes, you didn't do well the first night. You adjusted and did better the second night. He goes, and then when you did the Urban shows, you did 2. First show you did clean. The second show you went dirty because that's what they told us. And I was like, he goes, so I saw you adjust. He goes,
You did 4 different sets.
4 different, but it's only 5 minutes. I did 20 minutes
But
total.
still, dude,
Monster.
that's to do 4 different sets and to have the balls to do 4 different sets, especially at that time when all of our people were telling you, if you want to make it, you got to make it in Montreal. Like there was so much pressure to do that, and the fact that you had the balls to ditch that first set that you had been working on the whole time and just do 3 is huge, man.
Yeah.
You're,
Yeah, I'm
Do you
the
know what I
best.
mean?
yeah,
You're right. I'm the
he's
best.
a monster.
I'm the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, thanks,
Fuck,
I'm
I,
the best.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how good I am.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I need my own podcast. Oh, I have one.
You have one, dude. But do you think the like fresh faces, the new faces, like JFL, it's not as big anymore, right?
No, they're not handing out the deals. Remember that deal Mitch Hedberg got, and we were all
You got
like,
a big deal?
"Oh, Mitch got something like a $750,000 million deal."
Like, what year was that?
Man, earlier 2000.
I know Callan got a big deal too. He's
Yeah.
got a
Remember a guy
developmental deal.
Chicken? Michael
Yeah, dude.
Roof?
Chicken. By the way,
That was the same year.
oh, that was your year.
Yeah.
He got
Did
a big.
you-
He got a big deal.
Huge.
Yes.
Dude, he only had 5 minutes.
Yes.
Type
But
move.
I was there that night where he got the deal, and it was crazy because for whatever reason, the audience was a little flat, and the comic before him was low energy, monotone. In fact, the 2-3 comics before him, and he went up, and he did this music bit where he started grinding on this old lady. It was kind of hacky, but that night the stars aligned, and the old lady was with it. So she like put her hand on his ass, and she was in the crowd, started going fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And he walked out there, and he got a fucking huge deal.
Yeah, dude, and it way before he was ready for it too. They kept, you know what I mean?
Do you do any of those? Like I remember, obviously, I just came up different. So JFL, they've been asking me to do it for like 4 years. I'm like, no. I'm like, how much money? No, I'll just go up there and do my own show. Why would I be part of this?
It's not about the money.
So I finally did it last year for the first time, and my agent was like, dude, I'm telling you, they keep asking. Go up there and do it. You know, your theater's gonna be next to Burr's. Like your friends are gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's not a money play. Just go up there this one time. If you don't like it, you won't ever have to do it again. I went up there like, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
it's dope. You're on all the comics, jump on the other shows, hang out at the comic parties. Like it made sense.
I gotta
but
tell you,
they were telling me that like you got to realize like what you're talking about. They go back in the day. If someone had a good set, it made their career. Like,
100%.
really like. Oh, launching pad.
But what you're describing about JFL is really what I miss the most about the Comedy Store and all the other places being down. I love hanging around with comics. It's my favorite.
Well, thank God we have this podcast.
Without a doubt. But I miss the Comedy Store, and I miss the Improv or the Laugh Factory, where you're just upstairs with people that you... There's something about talking with comics. There's an energy, and there's
that's like I'm doing.
Really
I was telling Gary before this. Like my agent called me. Was like, dude, bad news about Cap City in Austin. You know, it's supposed to be whatever 180. They're going down to 115. We should just move it till next year. I'm like, no, I need that, man. I need to hang out with other comics. The stage time, like, I'm good, man. We'll just add more shows.
Yeah,
I need that, man. Once a month.
Chappelle's doing this. Chappelle's camp.
Yeah,
he's bringing. Like I was telling him, I got asked to do it this weekend. I go, dang, they asked me on short notice, and it's hard to say no. But I said I can do it any other weekend. Just I've already like added shows and stuff. I don't want to cancel.
Yeah,
a couple
you just
days
sold
notice.
10 shows.
Yeah, I don't want to cancel.
Yeah, your show sounds dope. When I get out of here, I'm like, hey, what's up with Tommy T's?
I'm gonna ask about that too.
And they're starving. I mean, not that I sell tickets, but even me, I'm like, whoa, these are selling way faster than normal. Like,
but also, that's an easy flight too.
Easy flight, but I love the headphones. I'm gonna.
They sent me a video because I said I got to see what I don't understand it really. I want to make sure. And when I saw the videos of it, I go, oh, okay, this is gonna work. And everybody was laughing. And they panned the audience and they got the headphones on. I go, well, it'd be dope if they go English to Spanish.
That'd be cool.
You could really cross that audience.
Yeah, that'd be dope. It's smart.
That'd be dope. Did I just come up with a great idea again?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I can't believe how good I am.
Let me take a piss and we'll do current events. Sure.
Yeah, I got a jet at 2:15.
We are also brought to you by Onnit Supplements, onnit.com/fighter for 10% off the entire damn site. Alpha Brain, New Mood, you got Total Gut Health, Earth Grown Nutrients, Protein Powder, Krill Oil, Joint Oil. What do you want to do, man? You want fitness gear? I got you. Kettlebells, they're hard to find right now. Go to onnit.com/fighter, 10% off kettlebells, primal bells, kettlebell sets, zombie bells. How about you want on-demand training, streaming fitness from your freaking crib, man, or your hotel room? You can do it all with body weight. We got kettlebell workouts, Onnit 6, on-demand streaming fitness, steel club maces, quad maces, battle ropes, whatever you want, man. We got gear. We got freaking krill oil. We got on-demand training, kettlebells. They got it all. Onnit.com/fighter, 10% off. You want some of the best coffee? You got the Fuck Yeah Coffee. It's Black Rifle collabed with Onnit. They have freaking caffeine crystals in this dark roast. It's my favorite coffee on the planet. Fuck Yeah Coffee, Black Rifle, Onnit, doing the damn thing. Onnit.com/fighter. What do you got, Chin?
All right, first one.
Have you guys seen this photo of Adele?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this photo is going viral, and a lot of people had a lot of different feelings about it. A lot of people came out and said that they were offended that she was cultural appropriating Jamaican culture, and then a bunch of people who were Jamaican came out and basically said, shut up unless you're Jamaican. She's at the Notting Hill Festival. This is just what they do to celebrate that culture. Correct. And Adele's doing nothing wrong. A couple days later, your favorite person ever, Chet Hanks, came out and posted this video shooting his shot with Adele.
Yes.
Adele. You know, say me a prayer from long time, but after me see a picture of that, it sweet me. Me not tell no lie, my girl. hairstyle fit you. Big up yourself.
The look away.
First of all,
It's tough being Tom Hanks' son. Let's just
yeah,
say
man,
that.
it's also
When
tough.
your
if
dad's
you're-
Forrest Gump, it's a tough go.
But that doesn't mean you have to wear jean shorts with white socks pulled up. Like, there's no excuse for that.
Or the
You know what I
high-
mean?
or
Like,
the
I
high
don't,
white socks.
I don't care whose son you are. Jean shorts with your white socks pulled up. It's not your look.
It's a tough fucking go. He's entertaining to me.
He's super entertaining.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. That Jamaican
What's he do?
accent,
He's a white rapper.
yeah.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Do you have a problem with what Adele was wearing?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either, right?
No.
I mean,
It's no different than you see people wearing the British flag
or the American
the
flag.
Australian flag.
Yeah,
or something.
man.
It's like this.
Trust me, there's worse things to be mad about.
Yeah,
this
right.
ain't it. This don't point your negativity.
I would be more mad at the jeans and the white socks than I would be at the bikini. I think. But this dude, man, I love his 100% confidence and commitment
100%.
to this. Like what do you think
I
would
think
happen
Adele's
if
single
Adele
now too,
called
right?
him?
That's why he took his shot. She's single
Yep.
now. She lost all that weight and ditched homeboy.
What do you think?
I
if
think
Adele
she got
calls him?
divorced and then
you think,
she got
you
skinny.
think what kind of game you think Chet Hanks has? If Adele calls Chet Hanks,
I bet he's a pretty smooth criminal. Again, when your dad's Tom Hanks, you're gonna have some chops.
You want me, my dad?
that would be my line
Want
too.
me my
yeah.
dad?
Yeah, hey, want to come over and see my dad?
Yeah. No, I got
dad's home.
here. Put this on. I got the bottom half of Splash. I got the mermaid. Come on.
What do you mean,
Yeah,
my
you
dad?
want to be my dad? Would be my line too.
That's all I'd be saying.
Yeah.
Want me, my dad? I'd have a shirt, my white shirt, be like, my dad's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
You want to read the script of Forrest Gump too? Yeah.
Hey, I'm Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah.
I would,
That's how I'd be if I was in high school, like prom, homecoming. You want to come to my house?
Yeah.
You know, before we go to the dance, let's go to my house, meet my dad.
Everyone's like, yeah, good for him.
yeah, I think. Good
I
for him,
love when he
too.
does that Jamaican voice. It's fucking good.
Good.
That is good.
Is it?
For a Jamaican voice.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
It's pretty.
The look away though was a little much.
Yeah. The whole thing's a little awkward, which is why I enjoy it.
Yeah,
That's
me
why I
too.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you wait for him to break character. He never breaks it.
Never.
No.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
All right, Derek Lewis is a UFC heavyweight fighter, and he posts all these like viral videos, and this one in particular,
He's
we got tagged in a
Oh,
lot.
I love this one.
because Brendan's kid. I guess they
I
had
hired
like
a Spider-Man.
A Spider-Man.
This Spider-Man came coked up, dropping conspiracy theories on the kids, out
No.
of shape. It was fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, we got off Craigslist.
So check
My
this guy
girl
out.
ordered him. He came to the jump place. You haven't seen this?
I haven't.
Watch this, dude.
Oh, it's so bad.
Knocked himself out. The kid in the back goes, "Oh no!"
First of all, what's that dance move? Like, what is he? Is that what's he getting into there? I don't even
He's so-
understand. Yeah,
What kind of urban Spider-Man is he?
what is this move here?
What happened to the web?
Yeah, and then here we go.
Yaga!
Oh,
By the way, it looked like midway he was like, "I'm not
that
making
lady
that."
back there with the hands on her head.
Yeah, God,
She knew it was bad before he landed.
yeah.
Look at this kid.
By the way, like this mat move there. What's happening?
Look at the girls in the back.
Okay, all
Background
right.
girls are the best.
And right here, he's like, "Here, all right, we're gonna
Hey,
get it."
hey,
and oh
hey.
shit, yeah. Oh my.
You know he's thinking, "Don't fuck this up, man. Come on, don't fuck this up,
Sound
man."
is terrible.
Oh my god.
It's so great.
I entertained at children's parties. So when I was a lot younger and I had a moped, and my moped, the muffler was broken, so it's embarrassingly sounded like a Harley.
Oh wow.
So when I would come down the street, and people would expect to see a Harley and they'd see me on a moped. Well, this one time, and the guy who ran the company, he was like, "I don't like people showing up out of costume. You got to show up in costume. I don't want you pulling up and getting changed at the house." So I had to ride in costume on my moped to wherever I was going.
What was your costume?
So this one day, I'm riding in my Peter Pan outfit on my moped that goes right, and I'm at the light, and this cop pulls up next to me and he rolls down his window, and he goes, "Hey, I was gonna give you a ticket for no helmet, but looks like your life is going bad enough as it is." And the light turned green and he just drove away, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right, Dad.
You're right."
Yeah, you be careful booking those characters, man.
Come on, man. You don't know who's coming over.
No, my kid was bummed out.
Methy Spider-Man?
Methy, conspiracy, flat Earth Spider-Man. It had a
You
gut.
looking
I was like,
back,
God,
though?
you
You
know
gotta be like
that
this.
suit don't fit. We know this. You know it don't
Brandon,
fit, man.
You gotta realize, like, you gotta be like this. I got a feeling who's ever taken this job, this wasn't the plan.
No.
After high school and stuff.
Well, I'm thinking Hollywood. A lot of guys trying to make it. You know, like maybe dude comes in like legit Tobey Maguire. I don't know what the fuck
We did
he's
that.
up to.
We hired Cinderella and Snow White for my daughter one year.
Yeah.
And when Snow White showed up, I told my wife, she fucked all the dwarfs last night.
No.
That shit was like Craig Glazer's wig over here. She's out there trying to color with the girls. I go, she does not want to be here right now. I was like, this
Checked out.
Snow White. It was so bad.
It's so, and the kids are like,
Oh, they were eating it up.
Yeah, they love
oh my
it.
God.
Yeah.
It was like this. She does not want to be in our house right now. She was so fucking.
Tiger's like, Spider-Man's fat.
Yeah.
Man.
Take it down a notch.
Take it down.
Yeah.
Take it down.
COVID.
That hurts Spider-Man's.
COVID, son.
That hurts Spider-Man's feelings.
Yeah.
Please don't say that.
Oh, my God.
What else you got?
Should we cut it now or just keep
Give
going?
us one more.
One more? All right, this is a grizzly bear that chased some hikers. At least false charged them. And I'll show you the video. right
Yellowstone?
here.
False
Glacier,
charge.
Montana. Glacier National Park.
Jacob was just here, man.
Was he? So there's a grizzly.
Jesus Christ. He was trying to scare him off or what?
Well, they were coming down this trail, and then they saw the grizzly because people were yelling. Like, people filming were yelling at the grizzly. And they're doing what you're not supposed to do.
No, I
Which
heard.
is run away. You're not
no,
supposed to run
no,
away.
but I heard, again, who knows, you're supposed to run uphill. They don't do well uphill. Downhill, you're fucked. Flatland, you're fucked.
Interesting.
Uphill, they can't.
Well, even here they said that they weren't supposed to be running because it's instinctual for the grizzly to chase if you run, and
But
it was
I
a
heard
false
uphill,
charge.
You're good. Maybe they knew that. But to that point, it's like that Boy Scout leader who was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta scare the bear away," and the bear went, "Cool, I'm gonna eat you ass first in front of all the boys."
For me, I just don't know if which part of my mental will, because if I see a bear running at me, I don't think what's gonna
Stand there?
Yeah.
That's not gonna.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think
It's
that's
just
my
like
instinct.
The bear's natural instinct is to chase. Our natural instinct is to run
It's
away.
to run away. Like
It's not a good combo together.
And I don't think I could be like, you know what they say, stand your ground.
Never.
I don't think I would have that
No.
in me.
I'd take my chance of running, getting some sort of a head start, and then like hiding behind a tree. 'Cause I
Right.
feel like if it's just me, I could do this behind a tree with the bear.
Or you can just run. You can survive.
oh shit! Oh,
By the way,
that Leo movie, you can make it.
I'm not.
you can do it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That has been for about as long as I can remember. Here's my strategy if I'm being chased by a boar or a bear, just to run around a tree.
Me too, dude.
Because the boar can't run. You know what I mean? It can't run around the tree.
Funny thing about animals is we was at some offset zoo and my son was like 5 and there was like a panther in this cage and my son asked me, could the panther hurt me? And I go, no. And he's in a cage. My stepdad goes, don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. I mean, he's not gonna be. I go, you're just gonna run across a fucking panther one day?
Yeah.
It's like, we live in Whispering Meadows. It's a gated community. There's no panthers in our neighborhood.
We're not worried about it,
My
dude.
stepdad's like, hey man, don't tell him that. Dude, what are you doing? Like, hey, I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think the around the tree would work with the bear. I think they're a little more
you don't
agile.
think so? Like I'm talking about a big, thick, like redwood,
Oh, I think redwood.
and
maybe.
you're just like,
Yeah, I like that style. I like it. But what
it's
about?
better than sitting there while the thing's sprinting at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something. I think.
No, they're fast. I'm not saying
Just
I can
checking.
outrun them.
There's 5 miles per
Holy
hour.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're moving.
So I don't think I can outrun him either. But maybe.
I'm gonna take my chance. To get
You want to talk about
Yeah.
fast? You know the fastest high school dude is white right now? It's his freshman year at Georgia. He's the
In
fastest.
high school?
He's the fastest in the 100, the 200, the 400, and the long jump.
Oh, we going
Name's
Olympics?
Matthew Bowling.
Is that right?
White boy.
Are you talking about freshman in high school or college?
College. He just graduated
Georgia.
high school last year. He's a fucking beast. Play that 4x400 where he chases the guy down. He's down like 300 yards. That one. Epic
middle?
4x100 comeback. Watch this shit.
What is he? Do you know what his time? Oh, let's
We
take a look.
are all summer breeze. North Shore, Elsick, Georgia.
He's the only white kid in the fourth. He's fourth back, right?
This isn't the race I'm thinking of.
What is it? What's the one is called Epic
Well, this is the one. This is the 4x400. The one 4x1600. I mean, this is only a minute, but there's one where he's so far behind, and he chases the guy down. It's crazy. Like if that Olympics come, that one
Come back?
yeah. This shit is fucking nut. Now this is like these are the top 8 teams in the country.
Kingwood, Roulette, Strake
5 million
Jesuit,
views.
DeSoto, Klein Torres, Converse Judson, Klein Oak.
You can fast forward about 2 minutes in just to get his last leg.
Guys,
Miles Splint, DeSoto, up 35.
Right here?
Clock for DeSoto. All-time marks for a high school.
Yeah, this is like leg 2.
675 in the right.
He's fourth.
He's fourth, obviously. Look how far back. His team is the green team.
Putting it out. So now we're going to
they-
see
Watch. There, look at him.
Stadium is
That's
on their
him.
feet. He's got the stick, and they're almost 3 seconds back.
Come on.
DeSoto,
He
can they
hunts
hang
that
on to the
dude down?
speed? They've run a second faster.
That is a
almost full
huge
second
gap
faster
to
than
make
Straight
up.
Jesuit.
Listen to the announcer go
Owen
nuts.
is eating up ground on that backstretch. He has got so much work to do. This would be a huge task if he could do it. DeSoto running
21
almost
second 200 for bowling.
Oh,
rolling,
God.
rolling.
Turns it on at the end.
21 second
bowling.
200.
Holy
Bowling is
shit.
catching him.
Bowling is coming. Here
Oh
comes
my
bowling.
God.
What a freak.
On their feet.
DeSoto
Look at the crowd.
First, but Matthew Bowling, the
Bowling.
fastest man in the country, is chasing down DeSoto. Straight Jesuit.
He's a freshman.
Take this.
Bowling
Is he
coming
going to
across.
do it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What a freak.
To win the
Damn.
4x4.
Oh, 44. I got him at 40.
He was the most entertaining
Ran a
track
45 second
most
400.
entertaining track and field commentators of all time.
Look,
A 45-second 400.
that's in a relay, but he's the
44.7.
fastest in the 100, the long jump, and the 200.
Wow.
And I said, when the Olympics come around again, and he'll be right in that age,
Yeah.
early mid 20s,
Oh,
when you're in your
superstar.
peak. I go, the black people go like this. He ain't all white. He's gonna be our Tiger Woods. There's gonna be so many white guys going out for track.
Yeah, 100%.
Who shouldn't be?
That, any white guy is fat. Okay, bowling. Okay, bowling.
Yeah.
Damn, I never heard of him. What a badass.
That's crazy.
I ran across his video one time randomly, and I've been like a fan ever since.
Oh, I'm a fan now.
I'm like,
Me
dude,
too. I'm a
such
fan of that
freak.
hair.
You got to get rolling.
Yeah, I gotta
Gary,
check.
we love you, man. The
Thank you,
podcast,
man.
they can listen iTunes. all
Yeah,
over.
get some. It always new episodes are every Thursday at 10 a.m. West Coast.
You got some big guests, too, man.
Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish,
Never heard of them.
Not yeah.
Yeah, I went small.
Yeah, good idea.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the stress factor of having a podcast on your own. Because I start calling everybody I knew, and I was like, "Fuck, it's gonna tell me what people think of me."
Yep.
If I don't get callbacks
Who
and it's
commits
a
to it?
no,
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like this. I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't even bother Kevin. I shouted my road manager. He said, "Yo, I just talked to one of Kevin's boys." He goes, "Kevin, like, stop being a pussy and call me. I'll do it." So I called him. He's like, "Yeah, do it."
That's
cool,
awesome,
man.
man.
Yep.
Well, we love you, man. Thanks for doing the show.
Thanks for having me,
Josh,
guys.
Thanks, brother.
Buddy, always good. Thank you
Hey,
so
man.
much.
Tickets? You got any tickets?
October, go to comedianjoshwolf.com and always check out that. Dude, High Life had 770,000 views on Monday
Jesus
night.
Christ, man.
Just me smoking weed in my backyard. We're gonna
Really?
be, on Monday night. Next Monday, Ron Funches is my guest. So
Oh, I
come
love
check it out.
Ron.
It'll be a good time.
I love Ron. You're adding like 97 shows to your.
I think we just added 4 more.
Yeah, you been here? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we love you guys.
Thanks, guys.
We're out.
Take care, guys.